Okay, let's talk politics, even though I don't do politics, but I used to work for politicians. You see how confusing INFJs are? Bernie Sanders, he would make a good presidential candidate. Why? I feel he's a 1% thinker. Like he thinks like only 1% of the population. You know how like INFJs think? Now, I'm not saying he's an INFJ, but he thinks like 1% of the population. So, if ever there was a challenge between 1% thinkers of this world and 1% of the wealthiest people in this world, I promise you, and I put this on everything I love, the 1% thinkers would dominate the people who are wealthy and rich and who control the money in this world. And that's what we need to do. We need to get people who think like no other. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have strategy or logic. Does that make sense? That's why you have, you know, these galas going on and these concerts held by these celebrities charging $1,000 a ticket. And that stuff is finna play out too. I mean, I don't know which celebrity thinks that that will continue to hold up in this economy. It's just not going to happen anymore. The days where concert tickets are $1,000 and that's over and done. So these celebrities that are still in La La Land, they're going to have a real hard reality check coming soon. Again, and that's why God lets you level up to these high places, and you get so high and you charge $1,000 a ticket, and you don't care if people are starving, and you can go to galas, and you I promise you, God is going to bring you down to our level in his way. So, for those that are like, struggling just like I am to buy food because food is ridiculous. And I'm a vegan. I bought some blackberries the other day and I could taste the chemicals in them. It was horrible. So I can only imagine how they're doing the meat. Now, you got to think about this. This economy is already bad. The meat is ridiculous. It's so high, people can't even afford to buy it, which means that this meat that nobody can afford to buy is just sitting there. And I know since nobody has a job and the kind of people that they had processing the meat and processing the vegetables that aren't there anymore, the meat or the vegetables isn't being handled right. It isn't being processed right. You can't trust it at all. And the government does. They do. They control what we eat. They control what we see. They control, to some extent, what we say. But as a collective, I believe that we can stand against that because you only have a few people controlling everything. And then you have us, like, the collective, we outnumber them. We just need to put people who are 1% thinkers in office instead of people who hold 1% of the wealth in this country. That's the solution. There's no way around it, because if you continue to put people in office who uh, control all the money and don't care about children or food prices or medical care, because they don't care, they got it, they're good, they eat good, or so they think, because they're eating the same meat and vegetables we're eating. So they think they're eating good. They got medical coverage, they got housing. They don't care about anything. The 1% thinkers, we do care. And most of the time, we don't need the money. That's why we're like, hey, give us the money. We'll solve these issues real quick. Get those 1% wealthy people out of office and put people in office who have had experience in being homeless, turn them into case managers, and teach them how to help other people. Create a loop, a loop of helping people. The rich ain't worried about that. They're too busy holding galas and that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I'll be back with some more.